make, I don't know, an XP farm or a good way to get XP. This has been out, so this is nothing new. But for those guys who probably haven't seen videos on that, I'm going to make a video that covers it. So if you guys watch me only, or maybe you just run into this channel and this is the video you see, this will be how to make a mob XP farm. So this can work with any mob. When I say mob, I mean like skeletons, zombies, spiders, any of that nature. And if you're in creative mode, you can make it a duplicate of multiple different mobs in one farm, if you want to make it that way. If you guys are making a server on console, or maybe later when servers do come for the full server, maybe you want to make a server spawn and then have like an XP farm there in the server spawn. This video will be something for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna get in. So first, you're probably gonna make your server spawn up here, but say you're in a survival, right, guys, and you're going mining. You're like, you're coming down here and going mining, right? Let's get some torches and some things. So give me one sec. We're gonna grab some torches and some other stuff right quick. Stone bricks, just to have a good overlay. Torches, stone bricks. We need the spawner, which is right here, monster spawner. And then on top of that monster spawner, we're going to need one of the eggs that we want. So for instance, like, you can go through here and see all these different things, but we are going to get a skeleton spawner. We are going to get a we're not going to do a creeper because I don't want it to be too close and blow the world up. You guys can if you have like the other things turned off, but I'm not going to worry about that too much, and I'm going to go through here. We are going to need a zombie, so that's going to be down here. Zombie villager, uh-oh. Where's my zombie? Okay, we're going to do the cave spider, to show you guys it works. Wait, there's another, that's a witch, that's a guardian. There we go, spawn zombie. Spawn a regular spider, and I think that is going to be it. Alright, so to teach you guys how these work, let's light the area up right quick just so we don't get any spawns going anywhere near us. I mean, I have spawns turned off, I think, in this, which I didn't mean to do, so I'll have to re-go turn that on, but I want to open up a nice little area. This right here would probably be the best area to do it in, but I want to light it up so there's no dark places for these guys to spawn, just because I want to show you that you can actually set these guys in. So if we had one of these spawners, guys, so we're going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to take the spider egg and click on this one. You can see now we have the spider spawner, the zombie egg, and put it on that. We have a zombie spawner. This one's the cave spider. I can click on that, and we have this cave spider. And then the skeleton. You guys can see that's a skeleton spawner. The cave spider, the zombie, and the regular spider spawner. And all we did was just click on the cage to do that. Now, if we were in this room and it was dark, these guys would be spawning. But I want to go ahead and take that out of the equation right quick, just to show you can do this in creative. Now, if you guys are building a actual thing, what you guys are going to want to do is, well, up there is going to be where the main chamber is. And you got to make a slide and everything. It pushes them to wherever you want them to go. So, for instance, if I wanted the, thing to be like right here, we'll say right here's the end. I want them to stop somewhere around here. I got to count back 8 blocks. So 1, 2. Well, actually, I want to, stop right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th block, we'll place this and make that a wall. We're going to go ahead and bring this down. And we're going to do that all the way back to this place right here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So now you have your slide. Your slide is going to consist of the water slide, okay? What you're going to use to make a little water slide out of. What I mean by that is I'll show you how this should look and why I counted back 8 blocks and put the block on the 9th block. I'll show you guys why in just a second. Let me just build this up by 2. We're going to need a water bucket, and you guys are going to need this as well. Almost forgot about that. So we're going to get a water bucket. Now, if you guys are doing this in survival, you're going to want a regular bucket. Well, the water bucket will change it to a regular bucket when you place it down. What happens is we get the 2 stream of water, which will end at this location here, as you guys can see. Now, there is something you guys are going to want to take into note, and this is why I'm building everything high over here, is because you want to take into note, hold on, that you want to be 1 block higher than what your spawner is. Well, your spawner's got to be 1 block higher, because what's going to happen is something like this, and you're going to be like down here hitting the feet of the zombies, or whatever you guys are hitting. So remember, you got to be 1 block higher, well, lower than what the zombies are. So if you want to build your thing, then do it like this. So now you can actually put this coming through right here, like this, and your zombies are going to stop right there. So you can actually remove this and come in here and start hitting. So that's what we're going to look like to do. But we got to come back 1 more, I think, actually, to do that. No, because it's like this. And then you can actually add hoppers here if you want, just for item drops that go down or something. But that's up to you what you want to do with that. We wanted it to stop right here. So actually, a good thing to do is something like this, because they'll stop right there, and boom, we're done with that. We'll do this. Alright. Let's break this block and this one so we can get in here. So now the beginning area is done. Now you want enough room for the zombies to come in, so you gotta make the bit here tall enough to fit the zombies, so or whatever you're doing. So the best bet is go about that height and bring it all the way back to this wall here. So we're gonna do that all the way around. Whoops. If you guys are working around this, it probably might get a little bit hectic, but that's fine. Alright, so with that said, we can do that. Now right here, we're going to turn this, because the zombies get dropped off here and come down. And to do so, we're going to need to do a stairwell up by 1 right here. So we're just going to take this, pull it around, break that. Like this, break that, because essentially what we're doing is creating a stairwell right here, because you want your spawners to be up here somewhere, so when they drop, they flow into this tube, right? They flow down, and then they flow over here. So this is why you're doing the water flow, because now what's going to happen is, if I do this, this should stop right on the edge there, nicely. They're going to get stuck right here. You're going to hit them, and the water's going to push the XP and everything like that down to you. That's the point of having the water flow. Now, again, we're going with stairs, so we're going to have to keep building these up until we reach the height we want. Because water flows in an 8 block, but it will continuously keep making a new block every time it goes down. So what we're doing is essentially building a stairway. We'll put it up to about here, okay? And then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, back. Or if you guys want, you can go further. I'm going to go a little further. But remember, it flows on 8 blocks, so you're going to want to at least keep it under 8 if you want to keep using this spawner. So we're going to go 5 blocks back, actually maybe 6, we'll go 6 blocks back, because it'll still expand and form. And remember guys, you got to keep headroom for the zombies to flow down, and a tube that keeps them flowing. So a good thing to do is like a 3x3 pathway, or something like a 3 pathway, but I'm doing it by a 2, just to see if it works with the 2. It may or may not, and that's something that you guys might want to take in reference. If it doesn't work by 2 for me, then you guys are going to want to do it by 3. Because I know the 3-1 does work, because I have a 3-1 on my actual survival. But let's go right here. This is going to come all the way up to about here, because I'm going to make a wall so the water doesn't like flow off of this and other directions. It just stays on this only. Like that. Same over here. We're just going to kind of come over here, look at it. That's about right. and that was right, actually. That's quite nice that I got that on the first try. But we are, unfortunately, making a tunnel. So with that said, we do this, so it flows down, connects into here. The water should stop right there, so I've made a little bit of a mess up, because now the water is going to actually keep tumbling down. I should have done an 8 and then a stairwell. So, sorry guys, don't follow that point. If you did this in survival, I'm sorry guys for messing you up there, but, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we can do the stairwell. There we go. So again, we're just going to do this, bring that here, and to show you guys essentially what's going to happen, let me go ahead and make a wall here, just so it doesn't flow in properly, so you guys will get the full vision of what's going to happen. So imagine, come on, there we go. Imagine this, right? We have our stairwell right here. The water is going to come down that stairwell, extend out, and stop right there, which is going to push the zombies into this area. So now when I do this, they get pushed this way into here. So that's essentially what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of the block I don't need. All these blocks I don't need. Come on, all the way out there, thank you. So that's essentially what's going to happen. Let me go ahead and quickly just light this tunnel, because we don't want mobs spawning in the tunnel, we just want them spawning outside of it. So again, we can add light where it needs to be. Actually, I want to move that back a little bit just to make sure that we're nice and compliant with, there you go. So now right here's our stairwell, and we got to build this stairwell, which is going to be really, really, really easy to do. This time I'm only going to do I'm not going to do a stairwell, so we're actually going to stop it right there. So we're going to do a 4 area here. So a 2x2. And this is where the zombies are going to fall into, by the way, guys. So the zombies are going to fall into this section here. And when they land, they're going to come down right here. But I need to make a 1, 2, 3, like that, because I need to make the tunnel that these guys are going to fall through. So it's again a 2x2 area, and this is actually super easy to make, guys, for what I am going to show you guys how to make. And again, sorry for the mess up earlier. I'm only human, boys. I know I'm pretty cool to you guys sometimes, but I'm only human. I do make mistakes. Alright. Like that. Okay, so we're going to build this tube up to the height that I want. So if this is where they fall and hit and they get pushed away from, we got to make the last sections down here, fill it in, get it all done and everything. Let's go ahead and do this nicely instead of really badly. So we're going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in, stone brick it, make it look, you know, like stone brick and not stone. That's much better. Now, we are going to make our tube. So our tube is going to go up to the height you guys want, and I'm going to go a little higher than I usually would, just because in this tutorial I'd prefer a little bit of height. So when they fall from a good height, which is usually what you guys will do anyways. But sometimes you guys don't. But I'm going to build it above ground spawner, so you guys get to see above ground what it looks like, and then also get to see below ground. But I'm going to make a stairway that comes to this before I do the actual bit up here. So we're going to build it up here. But also I want to make sure that I go and build a stairway into this section over here. So we're going to kind of just get rid of the water. Get rid of this for now because I'm going to make something better here. I'm actually going to use stairs. So we're going to do, hold on, stone brick stairs. So now I don't get like other stuff in my inventory. And what we're going to do is something like that. So you can still hit, but the stairs are there to make it look a little bit better. So we can still get the full fill here, like that. Nice. Let's go ahead and carve this out a little bit. Make it a little bit more friendly towards, you know, the eye by adding in the stone brick from here. Turn that to stone brick just to make it look a little better. That could be stone brick, which means all of that needs to be stone brick. There we go. Perfect. Although we don't need that. So let's make sure both of those are stone brick and then plop those down. We're good. Now we're going to make a stairway that will lead up, and it's going to be a 3 stairway. So let's get rid of that. Again, guys, we're just building our stairway. That will lead us up and out. And that does not lead out, this does. So we're going to turn our stairway now. And in doing so, all I have to do is replace all these blocks. To get us a stairwell out. That. Now we're going to do a ladder, because I like ladders. Now, we're not going to do spider spawners. We're going to do a zombie and a skeleton spawner. So I'm only going to have a spawner for 2. And I'm going to show you guys how that works in a second. But I need ladders to do this. A ladder? I mean, yes, I can fly up and out of this. But I want it to look, you know, something simple. So you can see that's where that goes, and we're just going to make a simple walkway. That leads over to our spawner. So we can always find our way back. When building, try flying backwards and placing, and holding your place button. It works a lot better, especially if you speed fly. But right here is going to be the height I need for this bad boy. So we're going to have to kind of make a stairwell for this thing. Like that. And right here is going to be where the spawner goes. and make sure you light up the area around the spawner that we're doing, which I'll get to that when we get to it. But you do want to make sure there's light so that you don't have things spawning in areas you don't want them spawning. So right now I'm just making this little itty bitty pathway so you can find your way to and fro, and you'll see how far the spawner actually goes. For the one I'm making, you guys can make it further, longer, more intricated, more looking in design, made of glass so you can actually watch the whole entire thing conspire, but I'm actually just doing the quick form of it just to show you guys how it works. So, now that we can do our spawner up here, you're going to count 2 blocks away. 1, 2, and on the third one, you're going to do this. So, again, you have 2 blocks, and then on the third one, it comes up. I'm kidding, guys. Actually, am I? Yes, I am. It's 3. I'm an idiot. So on the fourth one is where we do this. So the fourth one, right? I'm having to do this by look, guys, because the eye tells me if it's correct, which I could do this and see if the water stops at a certain point, which I can tell you that probably will not. But I think it's 3 in every direction, ain't it? 3 and then fourth one? No, because it looks way too small. So here, here, here. Let's try that. I think that might be correct. If it's not, we can fix it. But I believe that is correct. So, there's 4 in between. So the fifth one. That actually probably looks a bit too small, but we'll see. I did do something with my visuals anyways, so we'll see. I gotta fill this in anyways, so it's not like it's that big of a problem if I do need to expand it, because I'll be able to have this already filled with the proper blocks. And you will want to leave a square in the middle out, guys, because that's where the zombies, skeletons, or anything that you're doing will fall down and not kaplute to death, but they'll fall and hit the bit that carries them to you for you to do an XP farm. But let's check. If I do that, that should stop directly on the hole. This one should do the same. Okay, so I'm off by 1, I think, on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I am. So it was 4, guys. It is 4. So right here was a little too long by 1. That's what it should look like. So when we do this, it stops there. Ooh, that was close. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Now let's go ahead and fill the rest of this in, and then I'll show you guys what it should look like. Alright, so this is what you call the catch, which is, I'm going to call it the catch. The creatures will fall in here, get pushed down the tube. So I'll actually show you that it works in a second, guys. Let me go ahead and finish doing the rest of the water stuff down here. So 1, 2, which will stop down there. Yep. And then 1, 2, which should stop right here. Yep. There we go. Whoops. We go up here, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now the water will stop right there, which again, when they fall in here, they will get pushed into this tube, which will then get pushed down here, and then get pushed from here down to the trap area, where you guys are going to be doing all the killing. And the XP will flow right to you guys, as you can see. Let's go ahead and get back up here and finish off the rest of this build. So now what you guys are going to do is build this about, that's about height enough, we'll see. Oops. That doesn't need to be there. Because essentially what you guys are going to do is right above this hole, okay, this one here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, okay. Then we're going to build over the, well, yeah, 5 up, but that should be it there, which means this comes back. We're going to put our spawners up here, okay, like this. And you got to make sure that this is about that high, okay, because we're making a dark room. That is going to be really, really, really dark, really dark. And I actually lined that up nicely. And we're going to fill this in. There is a much better way that's a command, but I don't like doing it because it takes me a little bit because I gotta have coordinates on, and then after the coordinates I got other stuff to do after the coordinates, and for me it's just not the fastest way because I don't type that fast anyways, and then on top of that it's, you know, having to redo every different coordinate, and this way just, you know, I feel better about just building it anyways, because more than likely if you guys do this in survival, I'd rather build it, show you guys what we're building, how to build it up, and, you know, give you guys every bit of the tutorial, not just like a little quick, like, quickie there, then you guys are like, oh, what, and having to rewind every 5 seconds. So, yeah. If you can, guys, just learn to hold your mouse button and fly at the speed and look just a little ahead of your block, so that way you're always getting this placement down like this, and you guys will get it every time. And look there, we're almost done with this tutorial. Really close, and then I'll actually show you guys that it does work, and how good it actually is. Now, again, you will need to light up an area out here, so that way, like, when you have your spawner down, it doesn't just, you know, spawn enemies out here. You want the enemies to be spawned inside that. So any dark crevice around this area, around where the spawners are, is going to need light. So come out here, just light it all up, make sure nothing spawns anywhere around this sucker on the outside. There we go. I need to do a game rule to allow mob spawning in a second, or change the thing, and then after I do that, it should allow them to spawn. But we are coming together really nicely, and hopefully I get no spawns out here, but they all spawn in here. So if you guys have daylight always, and you turn off that it turns nighttime, then you guys will definitely have really good mob spawners. Just make sure any cave systems down below when you do this in a cave system is lit, so that way they don't spawn inside the cave system, they spawn inside your spawner. But because I'm doing this one above ground, I gotta have light on the outside up here. And that's what I was telling you guys about earlier, you're gonna need torches. But now that we do this, this room should get really dark. Upon doing so, we can now give our things some life here. There's the skellies, there's the zombies. Let's go ahead and do something to further this just by 1, because I don't know if it actually does or doesn't work, but I'm going to be doing it on mine, and that's adding in a little, another room here, and what's going to happen is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make this room even. There's 3 on that side, 3 on this side, okay? We're going to do it deep a little bit. And what's going to happen is, I'm going to add in, we're going to have to make this uneven, I think, actually. No, we'll just do this. It's going to be uneven just on one side. Because essentially what's going to happen is, I'm going to do this. Out the back in order to make another room, and in this room will be a villager. or something like that that makes zombies want to spawn and aggro, so they have something to aggro towards. And now in doing so, what I'm going to do is take a stairwell like this, and we're going to put it like that. So now he can see, but he can't exit, he can't leave, he can't do nothing. It just looks like another measly block. On the other side, we're going to go ahead and break one up, and we're going to go get the next thing that we need, which is going to be our villager. So right here, spawn villager. Plop him down right there. Right? So now he's here. We're going to come up here. Oh, wait. Just to make sure he's safe, we will do that. So now there's nothing that can spawn in here, but in there has no light. Okay? Show you how dark this room in here is still. We're going to come right here, go up, do this, and you guys can see the light is on that side, and if I want to, I can actually block that light off. He is just an entity right there. So I can see that's where the villager goes. We can break the bottom one, and the light is still there. That's a little creepy. Do I need to... Yeah, it has to be a full block. Okay, but you can hear him, and because he's nearby, these guys might spawn a little bit better. Now, we're going to turn on mob spawning. Not mob griefing, just mob spawning. We're going to follow our pathway and go to the very end of it. And actually, they might spawn because I'm down here and I might be close enough for them to spawn. I might be close enough to the spawner. So now we're going to do game rule. So, / game rule. Uh-oh. Well, it's not a game rule. Hold on. It's this. Settings. It's the difficulty, I think. Creative, peaceful is now going to go to normal. And down at the bottom, mob spawning, mob loot. Hold on. Mob spawning is on. Any second. It might take a second because they do have to flow through all the water. I could go up top and show you guys them spawning. If they are spawning, I could have to restart the server. So let's go see. Do I need to restart the server? Because I've done the settings. Nope. I can hear them. You guys should have been able to hear that. I didn't go in there. I didn't spawn anything. I literally just flew over it. This is a live stream. Let's go right down and in here. And let's get to the end of our thing right here. Boom. To show you guys that how great this works, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a sword, and then I'm going to get myself in game mode the other one. So we're going to get a sword. We're going to get the new one. Alright. / game mode 0. You guys can see they can hit you if they are skeletons, so do be careful with that. But we do this. Again, do be a little bit careful because skeletons can shoot you through it. So if you're gonna do this, don't do a skeleton one. Do just the zombie one. But to show you guys, like you can make a skeleton one if you so desired. Boom, we got some XP. I'm a level 4. We got that going. Now again, we need something that will keep them spawning. So the closer you can actually make this place to you. So if you was to actually like wrap this around and just make it like above you, just like right here, you could actually be standing here and just keep having them spawn because you're close enough to make them spawn. So that's something a little bit good too. I might work on something to do that. But yeah, this is basically how you make your spawner. If you guys need, if you have friends on the server and say they're like, oh dude, I gotta go eat. It might take me 30 minutes to an hour. As long as they don't as long as you turn the kick timer off, you can have your friend legit stand like right here, guys. And when he stands right here, or you can make a stairwell up. So say we were in, hold on. Say we wanted to, I have to at least be about right here. So if we wanted to, you could make, you know, in your mind a little stairway that comes up, and make a little, you know, room that you guys will be able to use. So for instance, I can do this. You guys will be able to come in here, come right here, have your friend stand here, and keep the zombies spawning and stuff. Let's get rid of the skeletons, because, well, the skeletons can shoot back. So we have to get rid of the skelly spawners. Sorry, boys. Off this. So we're going to do zombie spawners, and get off this. Thank you. And they stop spawning because there's light in here, guys. As soon as I do this, boom. There they go. Easy. We do that. You have your friend stand up here for a second. And then we're just going to quickly, like, not even that long. Let's go see what we got now coming down here. I mean, I think this goes down here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I actually could have made a stairwell up this way. I didn't think that actually left and went out towards where... Okay. Boom. Let's get rid of the skellies and show you guys how well this works. Skellies are done, and you guys can see they are just pouring in. Now be careful, guys, because those little brats right there can still reach you. Because these guys don't get stuck. Now, there is something you can do to make this process a little bit better on you that would kill these guys, make sure they can't come through, and you would be able to collect loot after, but you wouldn't use it as an XP farm. It would just be like a loot farm. Like if you guys are just needing a lot of rotten flesh, or for some reason, or anything these guys could drop like armor-wise that you guys can repair and just use out if you wanted. Or if you had like the underwater zombies and you're trying to get a lot of their, what do you call them? I'm trying to think what they're called. Hold on, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is one of these tridents. So if you guys are wanting a lot of tridents, you can make a farm. It's not going to be an XP farm, but it could be a trident farm. You do basically the same thing I have now, except for you would leave this open, make this block down here lava, and then have that lava set right here with like a hopper. Like you do lava actually up here. So you put a sign here, and a sign back there to keep the lava in. So when they get flowed to it, they get hit by the lava and die. And then any drops they do will drop down into hoppers, and you can have those hoppers go to a chest below. So that way you can actually get a really good working trident farm, and it would be really, really good. I'll actually try making one of those sometime soon, and I'll do a lot of different tests, and then if it starts working, and you guys want a tutorial on how I made that, just let me know in the future, guys. But I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this content. I hope it was helpful. And if you guys ever need an XP in Minecraft again, you can do this with even spiders. Just remember, spiders can fit by a 1x1. So if you were doing spiders, guys, you would need a slab. A bit right here, so we're just going to go here and do slab. Like that, and you would just take a slab. We'll take the smooth stone here, just for instance, and you would do something like... Hold on, I need to get rid of these guys. You would need a space like this, guys, and then make this a little bit lower. And do something to make it so that they can't fit through. But right now we're just doing that. And you guys can see we done that. We had all those zombies like that. Let's see what level we are. Made 0. And we are level 11, guys. That simple. And you can see just standing up there just for a quick second on normal mode. And we had like a ton of zombies right here. That's a lot crazy, guys. So you guys can level up fairly quick. Get your enchants fairly quick. If you use that. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know. I don't deal much with redstone. I haven't done in a long time. Last time I done that was on PC, like when I played on computer. I used to make a lot of redstone doors, but I have not done that in a while, and I need to relearn redstone. So if you guys want to learn redstone stuff, I'm not the channel for that until I learn it again. But if you guys need to learn how to make stuff like iron golem spawns, where you can get a lot of iron, if you guys want to learn how to make mob spawners, I'll definitely do that. And you know, even builds. Like if I build a house that looks real nice and you guys like it, I'll teach you guys how I build it. So I will definitely do stuff like that. But as always, guys, smash the like, subscribe button. Don't forget the bell icon. Until next time, stay awesome. And peace.